As I was listening to a Dodger game, a commercial ran. Something like, go ahead, take time off from a good union job, you deserve it. They didn't mention work, they mentioned time off. What the heck is going on? Any thoughts on the work ethic and where we're headed in this country? Well, I'd have to hear that ad, because sometimes maybe that exists, but isn't there a gas company out here, gasoline, called Union something? Maybe it was that for that. Yeah, I don't know. Are unions really going to come on and start slitting their own throats saying just take time off? I'd like to hear it. Maybe it's true, but obviously at one point unions in this country were fighting these pigs who wouldn't give them anything. And I'm glad they brought that whole system down, because, you know, you read some of these things, and I've read enough about Dale Carnegie and some of these guys who I like reading about, wealthy guys. I'm fascinated how they assume that. I like this. I like seeing the moment of illumination in a book where they get the idea, because I think most of us get ideas, and not many people will play the hand. You know, you think, I'm not going to get to that. I like the guy who gets the idea and then just goes all in on it. So I read stuff like that, and I certainly go back to the Homestead Steelworks strikes where he brought the Pinkertons in. Carnegie, essentially a good man, I think, in an altruistic manner, but I often think he was trying to assuage age-old guilt that there were a couple people killed that he broke that riot up of his workers. So yeah, at that point you better give to charity. It's like the Nobel guy, building guns his whole life, making his fortune, and then giving a peace prize on his way out the door so he doesn't burn in hell. So I'm a fan of the union. I grew up in a union town. But then I remember when a kid came to me who got one of the first union jobs out of high school. I said, what are you doing? He said, I work at the steel mills, and I go in at 10 at night, and I work till 6 in the morning. I'm supposed to sweep up. It takes me around an hour, and then I sleep. And he told me that. We were all kids, and we would all think, yeah, cool. We loved it. And then as I got older, I think of that, and that steel mill's no longer there. How much does that play into it? Now, I don't want to be decried that I'm, you know, trashing all union people. I'm not. I know at one point they were pivotal. But if somebody goes to a union guy now like Chris Christie and says, listen, we're about to crash the whole state of New Jersey. If Christie says, hey, we're about to crash the whole state of New York. I need some help from you, the teachers union. And they go, crash it. We don't care, because we're not giving you anything back. I'm not on their side anymore, if that's going to be the case. Listen, even the most ardent union person has to realize, and a lot of them do, you see some of the givesbacks, and when it hits the fan, you've got to keep the host organism alive. So unions who are just about crash and burn it at all costs, just for the membership, I don't get that anymore. And you see a lot of that in California. If unions now have gone from guys who are getting like $1 a day, getting beat over the head by Pinkertons and lots when I was on their side, if it's gone to now that somebody quits at age 50 and gets 100% of their salary till 80, I'm not on that side anymore. I don't get that. You got to split the difference here. It's just common sense. Enjoy these samples of the Bathrobe Sessions, a weekly video available only to members of the DMZ, the Dennis Miller Zone, on DennisMillerRadio.com.